YouTube, what is going on? Back on my latest video, back in the installment of Speculation Saturday. So I'm switching up today. As you guys can see from the title, I'm going to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and a lot of you guys have asked me for my explanation on this because I bashed him for so long. But I'm going to tell you guys today why I don't think it is a good idea to invest in Funko Pop sodas. So obviously, if you like the sodas because you think they're cool, you think they're fun, this video isn't directed towards you. Enjoy what you want to enjoy, but this is all about the investing side on Speculation Saturdays. So I kind of want to talk about today why sodas, I believe, are a terrible investment. And I just want to put that out there, my thoughts, and maybe this won't age well, but I'm going to outline 4 reasons of why I don't think these are a good long-term investment. So let's get right into them and get my thoughts. Here we go.
Listen, been in the game for a minute, clocking in because it's time to get down to business. Stunting is a habit, on me I'm good at it. Ask around town, I'm known as the Popsavage.
Alright guys, before we get into this video, please smash that like button down below. Let me know you guys are enjoying these videos, and as always, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button down below as well so you're updated to my most recent content, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted as soon as I post a new video. So if it's your first time tuning the segment, what I like to try to do every Saturday is talk about the financial side of Funko Pops, different topics I find interesting, or Funko Pops I think are going to be going up in value. And today we're going to be talking about the topic of Funko Sodas. So for those that follow this channel or follow me on Instagram, you guys know I constantly bash Funko Sodas, and I kind of wanted to explain my position of why I believe that, and why I don't think that you guys personally should invest in them either. So like I said, I have 4 reasons why I think they are a terrible investment long term. And the first reason is I just don't think they're a good collectible versus Funko Pops. So obviously people are going to disagree on this topic, but I think ultimately, I think that this is going to remain true. Funko has announced different lines in the past, whether it's Mystery Minis, Dorbs, Funko Gold, Popsies, whatever it may be, and it kind of becomes the flavor of the moment, and people get excited about it. But I think long term, these just visually don't stack up as far as a collectible is concerned. So in general, for me, I just hate the idea of Funko Soda, and especially because when I was doing research this video, I found that Funko actually did produce soda back in the day, and these are pretty cool looking, and I think this is the direction I thought Funko should go with Funko Soda. They could have sold it in stores, grocery stores and such, and had a long-term product that people would continuously buy, but that's neither here nor there. But I think what Funko landed on with these sodas right here just is kind of weird. Anytime I show people these Funko Sodas that are not involved in the Funko community, they think they're very, very weird and don't understand them at all. You got stuff like this. If you put these side by side to anybody outside the Funko community, I can guarantee you most people are going to choose the regular Funko Pop. And most people don't even like those outside of the Funko collecting hobby. I just think sometimes we get caught in echo chambers where we start hearing things that kind of make us feel like we're right. And I think long term, I just don't see these holding up as collectibles. Funko Pops in general have a long way to go as far as being seen as a collectible outside the Funko collecting hobby. I just don't see any path that this is going to be a collectible long term for anybody outside of the Funko hobby, and that's the only way that these become a good investment, is bringing more people in to collecting them. And I just don't see that happening just because I think the design in general falls flat, and these will not be a long-term collectible. The other reason I don't think they're a good long-term collectible is it's hard to display them. The packaging it comes in almost makes it impossible to display it as far as any collectors trying to show off what they have. And the only way you can display it is to have it outside of the box, which, again, long-term collectors, people who collect any action figure, toy, anything like that, like to preserve their collectibles. There's no way currently to protect these and also display them outside the can. So I just don't see these holding their value because you can't preserve them the same way, and you can't display them the same way either. So in general, I just don't see these as a good long-term collectible, and that kind of will be the basis of the next 3 points I have and why I don't think they're worth keeping as an investment. So the second reason I want to bring up why I don't think they're a good long-term investment is only the chases have value, and they don't have value as much after the drop happens. So if you look online and just look at the prices for the commons and the chases, no surprise, the commons don't go for very much money at all. They go for about retail or below. Now the chases obviously have a little bit more value because they are obviously more rare. And if you look at the prices from the time, or most of the prices from the time they came out for the initial hype and the time they are now, they definitely seem to be going for a little bit less money, and also they're not as liquid as Funko Pops are, meaning there's not as many people buying them as there are available. If you look at eBay sold listings compared to eBay available listings, the numbers really just aren't there. You know, there's definitely more listed than are selling, and I just don't think long term, you know, they're gonna have any value because the liquidity in these collectibles is not there because it's such a small market and a lot less people trying to buy these. And the commons, I think, over time are going to be almost worthless. There's not that many people buying the commons currently, and they already are not desirable at all. This whole collectible is kind of based on getting the chase. And you see that in Funko. You know, the Funko commons tends to go for a lot less than the chase does, sometimes under retail. But like I said in point number one, the Funko Pops are at least things people are looking to collect. I think that's going to at least float the commons for a while in the Funko Pops, but for the sodas, I think eventually nobody's going to want those at all because they become less desirable over time. So the third reason why I don't think sodas are a good investment is I don't believe Funko can sustain two collectible lines. What I mean by that is Funko is creating sodas with a chase. That's the whole point around collecting them, is the opportunity to get a chase. So that means that every time Funko creates a soda, they're making two variants of a collectible. And Funko seems to be, what you guys have seen recently from like the video I talked about with WonderCon, is they're repeating a lot of ideas, and they're already kind of getting lazy with the Funko Pops. It's only a matter of time before they start getting lazy with the chases, and they've already made two variants of it when the first iteration comes out. I think they're gonna run out of ideas for the sodas very soon, within the next 2 to 3 years, because there's not so much they can do to just catch up the Funko Pops. Once they make the two variants, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot as far as creating a new idea, and I don't think there's that many ideas that are new that are gonna get people interested in chasing after that chase. So I just don't think long term they can sustain two lines and keep it interesting. And that kind of leads in with the first point I made, is they're not as good as a collectible compared to the Funko Pop. So when you start repeating ideas that the Funko Pop already exists, or vice versa, there are some Funko sodas that don't exist in pop form yet. As soon as Funko decides to make them into pop form, the chase or the soda, whether it be the chase or common, becomes less desirable. I think Funko's kind of shooting themselves in the foot as far as collectible purposes. Obviously they're making money on it, so they're not losing out at all. But as far as the collectible side of it, I think they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot, making a more desirable option with the Funko Pop, or a less desirable version by making the soda. So I just don't think they can sustain two lines that are so closely connected as far as just being a collectible figure. I just don't think it's possible for Funko to sustain this line and keep it interesting at all. And the fourth and biggest reason why I don't think Funko sodas are a good investment for you guys is it is false hype. I think, like I said before, it's an echo chamber. A lot of people around you are saying that these things are worth money, and I think that Funko has created false scarcity with these sodas. So this, what's it, Prince Adam right here, it's limited to 1,800 pieces. There is 1,500 of the commons, and I guess 3,000 of the chases. I, in my own personal opinion, would guess there's only 3,000 people who want that chase. I think right now Funko is producing to demand as far as what's available out there, and for the people that are going to spend the money for getting that chase. What I mean by that is I only think there's about, in my example here, 2,000 people or less that actually want to pay up and get that chase. Eventually there's going to be a market where the supply outweighs the demand as soon as the hype is gone. I think the scarcity aspect of it is making people want to pay up for more money, so they have FOMO and don't want to miss out on that product. But I don't think the demand is necessarily there to sustain this product long term, and especially for the prices they're going for right now. So take, for example, a lot of people have asked me why I am against sodas and for NFTs. Now, Funko NFTs come with the redeemable ones, at least, come with a physical Funko Pop. Now, take, for example, the Funko with the soda, was it the Skeleton Freddy Funko? That was a chase for the Vampire Freddy Funko. There's a Skeleton Freddy Funko NFT that's more limited than the chase soda of the Skeleton Freddy Funko. If you look at my first point, I think the pop is more collectible because it's more desirable as far as the aesthetics of the figure, and it's more limited than the soda is as well. But they're only, you know, a couple dollars worth, you know, in difference in price. It's like, I think the soda is like $185 and the NFT is like $215 or something like that. So I don't think the prices are sustainable for as rare as these products are compared to the demand that will exist in the future. So I think eventually all these sodas are going to crash in price. The commons especially are going to be almost worthless, I believe, and the chases will lose value as soon as there's a better alternative for it. I think ultimately it's going to come down to there isn't as much demand for these products as there is now. We had limited Dorbs, we have limited Funko Golds right now. There's going to be limited Popsies, I'm sure. There's limited Mystery Minis. And as time went on, those products did not hold their value. You know, scarcity doesn't always mean, you know, that people want it. You know, we've had tons of show-only Funko Pops where they're limited to a couple hundred pieces, and the price never went up from the release of the con. So I think the scarcity aspect of Funko Sodas has kind of gotten people believing now that, you know, they're a good and viable collectible long term, and I just don't subscribe to that belief. I honestly think that this is a market in the collectible hobby that's bound to crash eventually, and maybe I'm wrong, and that's why I kind of want to make this video to kind of explain to you guys my point of view. If you think I'm wrong, by all means invest your money in these Funko Sodas, but I hope that those 4 points I made and laid out for you kind of make you at least, you know, go into it with a little bit more hesitation and start asking yourself some questions about, do I really think in a couple years there's 3,000 people that are going to want a Prince Adam soda, or, you know, even the Freddy Funko Skeleton soda? So I just hope you guys, you know, ask yourself those questions, and hopefully this video is helpful. Again, always collect what you like. If you enjoy the sodas and the way they look, I don't understand why, but go ahead and do you. That's definitely your own money, but I think as far as an investment purpose and investment, you know, as an investment idea, I just don't see it. So that's my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry to bash on things you guys enjoy, but just want to help you, you know, do a little bit more critical thinking and think about this in a different light. So there you guys have it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. Check me out on my second channel at Savage Breaks, where I do Pokemon and sport card openings. And also check me out on my Instagram at ThePopSavage, so you can stay connected there too. Thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.